Hey everyone, and welcome back to Risk of Rain. Today, I don't know what I'm going to do besides take off glass and feel like I haven't played Enforcer in a while and play Enforcer because of that. That's cool. I don't feel like I get to play Enforcer often. Enforcer, though, is oddly hit or miss with me. I'm just looking for a container right now. There's no way the teleporter's over here. It's not impossible, but it's just really unlikely. Sorry, I'm trying to remember my skill ordering. I thought that the grenade, for whatever reason, was on the shield bash slot. It wasn't. So Enforcer's movement skill, rather than a roll or something like that. Oh, ukulele, beautiful. Actually slows the character down. Such that you put your shield down, and that blocks all incoming damage from in front of you, which is very useful. But you move slower, and you can't turn around unless you put your shield away. So, it's basically you're supposed to put yourself in a corner and mess some fools up. Alright. So, there we go. You also attack faster while you're doing that, which is very nice. So since your main attack, your basic attack, pierces enemies, on-hit effects are really good. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna buy those things over there. You can't stop me, game. Yeah, since your basic attack pierces, it's really good to have on-hit effects. They're particularly good. So, that's nice. So I'm gonna buy them, and like, ukulele makes it so that you have a chance to shock enemies, which will do an area of effect attack, basically. Very useful. Alright, good for crowds, which you're intending to deal with. That's the goal with this character. Rusty Jetpack is a higher jump and lower gravity, so that you fall more slowly. Alright. I don't have time for you, I'm sorry. So I'm checking the bottom instead of the top, even though the top basically is always where the teleporter is on this map, which sucks, but I'm counting on the one time. Oh, it's this one. I should have known. Alright, if I get hit 6 times, I have 4 seconds of 80% damage reduction that is deflected outward at enemies, which is like super awesome. That's pretty good, although I'm not sure I want it, because there's an explorer's key over here, which is very useful. So sticky bomb is a chance to stick a bomb to enemies. It does 80% damage. That is useful. I've wasted a lot of time here, though. Can't do stuff. There's the thing, though, so that's good. We've got 2 minutes of teleporter event, which isn't good. Colossus, though, I like. Alright. Sadly, everyone's spawning up there, and I want to get up there, but I can't. That's what I'm going to save my use item for. By the way, the shield bash knocks enemies backward, like away from you, when used. If an enemy can't be knocked back, such as one of those jellyfish, it just does a lot of damage to them. It does good damage anyway. You also can't, like, block jellyfish attacks. Alright, 14% damage reduction, that's good. Alright, once I'm available... Alright, as you can see, ukulele does insane amounts of work, and I've suddenly cleared that entire crowd. That's great. Sadly, this item has a huge cooldown. But that's what this character is for. You want to focus down an entire crowd at once. Chance to snare on hit. Locks enemies from moving or attacking. When it activates, I don't know what its chance is. And of course the stun grenade also is an area of effect. Alright, faster health regeneration. There we go. Got plenty of time. Speed up. That affects me both in and out of the shield, so that's great. Alright, let's just move past them. The faster I can move shielded, the better. I mean, I can't jump or anything while shielded, so I'm very limited as far as mobility is concerned, but it's still, like, incredibly useful. So, very into that idea. Nope. Cool. Get out. Gotta go fast. Alright. It's worth it, even on that single target enemy. By the time I get over to these 6 enemies, it'll be fine as well. So, as long as this took, I got really good items. Like, really, really good items. So, there's not that much to complain about, really. Like, yeah, it sucks that I spent a ton of time here. Did I get the 50 down here? No. I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna leave. Timekeeper's secret if I fall to low enough health. I don't know what percentage that is. 5 or 10 probably. Time stops, it freezes, everything stops moving and doing stuff, and I can just run away or kill whatever I'm killing or something and hope for the best. I expect this will not continue going well. There's no way I spawned up here with the same, like with the teleporter, but I should have gone to the right first just to make sure. It was, oh, it was visible enough, so I didn't have to. But better safe than sorry, or sorry as the Canadians say. Many Canadians. So again, 80% of damage is deflected outwards when I have the repulsion armor active. And that means it'll hit enemies instead of me 80% of what they do. Unless it's 80% as far as damage calculations are concerned, but I doubt that. I would expect it's 80% of damage intake. Because that's the only sensible way that it would be. Not to say I'm right, but that's the only reasonable thing. Okay, so this is the open one, which is good. Darn, didn't quite make that. Alright, I was gonna say if it's to the right, it's gotta be on the top, but it doesn't seem to have to be on the top, I guess. Alright, so I'm gonna try and take this to the top. That attack destroys the Magma Worm, and I love it. So that's nice. Alright, I think this is worth using just for the Magma Worm. Because that'll hit twice. Be great. Although I'm kind of dying here. Which I don't like. I like not dying. Freaking children, though. Second jump. That's insanely useful. So of course I want to be able to get enough money to handle. It's not 10. It's actually like a pretty large percentage of your health. I'm cool with that though. Permafrost. Chance to cause an enemy to freeze, be unable to move, and take extreme knockback when I hit them. And then they're apparently slowed for a little while after that. By the way, the second jump is like hugely affected by having the rusty jetpack, the higher jumps, lower gravity. That's a huge effect on the double jump. which is okay with me. I think I'm gonna die. Arms race is very good, although not gonna mesh as well with this character. I'm dead. Probably. Anyway, arms race improves, dang it, drones, giving them missiles and mortars that they can fire. With last I heard, I don't know if it's changed, but an 18% chance whenever they're going to do an attack, I guess. Or just an 18% chance at every given moment. Seems a little less reasonable. Barbed wire puts barbed wire around me that does some percentage of my damage, which seems to be around 30%. That's cool. Alright, fortunately the teleporter event is over. Spike strip. Cool game. Can you do it? Nice. Excellent grab. Spike strip makes it so that you drop a spike strip when you get hit. It slows enemies down that walk through it. Alright, there's nothing else to buy over there. There's probably nothing else to buy up here. Or not up here, over here. So by the way, as long as you're moving backwards, even if a damage source isn't necessarily in front of you, the game is pretty likely to count that source is in front of you, which is very nice. So sometimes the best strat is just move backwards as you shield, and you'll be fine anyway, even if you shouldn't be. That works often enough, and I like that. I appreciate that. Oops. Nothing over here? No. Alright, stupid child. I will destroy you. There we go. Perfect. And of course you can also shield bash things in front of you so that they are no longer in front of you. Or things that are slightly behind you so that they're no longer slightly behind you. And you can use it on things in front of you so that they're no longer as close in front of you. That's what I meant to say, basically. So that you can have them in front to not damage you with, yeah. So that's cool. Okay, fire shield and attack speed. Okay, fire shield, if I take enough damage at once. Alright. I let out an explosion, which is cool. Alright, that was 20 enemies right there, apparently. And, yeah, that's all. It's just I let out an explosion. That's how it is. And then what else? The soldier syringe is a 15% attack speed up, to be more exact than what it says. There we go. Shield didn't count as up yet. I was too close to it there. 13 minutes is behind the schedule I'd like to be keeping here. Unfortunate, but true. Frozen Tundra. I'm probably gonna die. This is likely to go pretty badly. Frozen Tundra is a scary, scary place. Oh, it's this one too. Wow, I'm surprised this is here. Ifrit. I want to go fight Ifrit if possible. It should just be up here, hopefully. Yeah, perfect. See, that was clearly not in front of me, but it counted. Maybe the hitbox started in front of me, but, like, the game didn't care. Yeah, that one hit me. Alright. Ifrit's one of the easiest bosses we can get. Attack faster at lower health. Not exciting at all. This is the no-bore beach layout, which means I actually want to check up here for loot. And then back as far into the corner as possible. So that I'm just going to constantly block attacks. Stuff won't really hit me much here. And this is just easy. Much, I said. Not at all. Don't get the wrong idea. So this is the harder third level, of course. But I do need to be very, very wary. Oh, I tried to... Of that, basically. I was trying to get out of my shield. You know, pressing R2 in my bindings. I use a PS4 controller, of course. I was trying to get out of the shield. And then jump out because I had a double jump. It's just that the... That's a very non-responsive input for this character. Basically. It doesn't buffer, and it likes to consider your attack animations still active for a lot longer than it seems like they would be. So you can't just get out of it when you might plan to. So, it's something that can happen. So that basically seemed to eat my input. It didn't eat my input, but it seemed to eat my input, rendering me unable to get out, and I died. So it's just one of those things that you have to plan for a lot more than you think you do, or you're going to get burned. So there's loot over here that I would be interested in acquiring. This could be interesting. Pretty unlikely that I'm going to be able to play that particular imp shrine. It's not a good one. But like I said earlier, this character is very hit or miss for me. I've had truly just like fantastic, perfect runs with like great execution on everything, playing the character the way character needs to be played to be most successful, most easily, all that stuff. And then I have runs like that, where I just kind of like make mistakes and die. That was a pretty good run. I just didn't play it right. So Enforcer is a character that I'm like okay with sometimes, but sometimes I suck. I would say I suck more often than I don't with this character, but don't play him often. Farthest possible location for this thing. This is a terrible layout. I should just restart. The items aren't good that I can see. I might reset if this boss item isn't good. Actually, you know what? Screw it. This is just, it's not worth the layout. Desolate Forest. I'm just gonna get a not Desolate Forest. I promise I'm gonna get a not Desolate Forest. Okay, Dried Lake is the good map for the first level. It's just much better in pretty much every way. So I appreciate getting it, finally. And let's see what the rest of the level has in store for us. Magna Horn, that's fine. That word, blocked, very nice word. See, gotta love that. Alright, I'm trying to maximize the amount of stuff that I can hit at once. That one I could have hit a lot more at once if I had been a little more patient. See, that one I hit twice as much as normal. Very worthwhile. Thallium. Alright. That's one you don't expect to see. Chance to deal damage to enemies and slow them over time. Damage over time and slowing. With a hit. It's a chance on hit. Like I said, it's just one of those items I don't expect to see. I don't see it very often. Okay, so here's a 25. Let's hit that up. Gold-plated bomb. Not interested at all in that item. Drops half of my money. As a bomb. Which is all well and good and stuff, except that it doesn't give it all back. And the damage, I think, is tied to the money. Which means it's pretty much useless until you're really late in the game, I think. Again, it's an item I'm not very experienced with, so it might not be as useless as I think it is. So the rusty blade over there, chance to cause enemies to bleed when I hit them. That's fantastic since the bleed effect is universal to the shot rather than to the enemy hit. Which means that if I bleed one enemy and I'm shooting multiple enemies, they'll all bleed because that shot had the bleed on it. So it's another one of those things, on-hit effects that are great for crowds. Thallium is another of them. Since if one enemy gets the thallium effect, all of them that get hit will. Very cool. So I've got two really good enforcer items, basically. And then one sucky item. And then an energy cell. I've had enough of the energy cell. Almost all the time. I just don't want it. Chance to do double damage as a crit. Good. Nice. That was actually really good movement there. Attack speed. Perfect. I feel like there's a decent chance that there is something to buy with my little bit of money. Alright, up and away. Okay, I was going to say, can all three of them be here? Because that'd be really nice. Cool. Away we go then. Doesn't look like I'm buying anything else after all. Oh wait, there's a thing over here. Right next to the teleporter, right? Perfect, I'll buy that. I'm buying this shrine. Meat nugget, not great, but not terrible, I suppose. Since a lot of the enemies that I'll be attacking will be inside of the radius that the meat nuggets can drop, so maybe I'll actually get some healing out of it. It's one of the worst items in the game, probably, but it's maybe useful here. It's a chance when you hit an enemy that it drops a healing chunk. But the problem is that you have to go walk over that healing chunk to get it, and it doesn't heal for a lot, so it's not usually worth the amount of risk you go through to go through a crowd of enemies that dropped some to get what it dropped. But we'll see. Rotten Brain, also mediocre, but not as bad as the Golden Blom. Golden Blom? Gold-plated bomb. So, we'll see. I can use it on the crowds though, because it's just I throw a brain and it bounces up and down in place where it lands, and that damages enemies and all that good stuff. And hey, here we are in this wonderful world. A lot more loot than usual here. Can't be twice in a row. Same spot. Alright, it can be twice in a row, you say. There's more things twice in a row. Just everything twice in a row. I hate you. I hate you. I figured it was worth a shot. Alright. Good times. Of course I got another attack speed up this run, which was a very nice thing to get. Okay, I need to move forward. Alright, Burning Witness. An interesting thing to get. It's very good. Oh, I'm so screwed. Increases my attack speed. Or not my attack speed, my movement speed. For a few seconds after killing an enemy, and also makes me track fire to damage enemies that walk on it, of course. I'm pretty dead. That does a percentage of your health, so that'll never kill you. You can't die from fall damage. I'm dead. I don't know how I'm not already dead. Oh, I'm leaving. Don't mind me. Sadly, this child is much faster than I am. I'm telling you to please not mind me, that is. Bitter Root could be... Massive Leech, sorry. Bitter Root's the passive item. Massive Leech allows me to heal greatly when I attack enemies for a set amount of time. So I can just kind of tank crowds and attack them to heal. Which is great with this character, basically. Of course, it doesn't last forever, but like, look, it just saved the run. Saved me from all of the things that were killing me. That's really nice. There we go. Boom. I don't think there was anything up here. I'm not even gonna check, it's just not worth it. Oh, there's one up there. What a scumbag. What a scumbag. Cool. I should go up there now. Look at that crowd. Just bleeding away on it. Like, oh, it's beautiful. Alright, there we go. Got that. Of course, Burning Witness doing work. I don't know how good the chance that an enemy drops meat chunks is, but it's there. Another energy cell. That's cool, game. I appreciate it. Alright, there we go. I need more rusty blades, since more thallium is pretty unlikely. But more rusty blades is not unlikely. And the higher bleed chance I get, the better. Because that just means crowds will die. Wicked Ring. Every time I land a crit, all of my skill cooldowns reduced by 1 second. One of the best items in the game. But of course you need more crit to use it as effectively as possible. So there's some more crit, I suppose. Don't mind me, right? Alright, beautiful. That is how you deal with a crowd with this character. Okay. Alright, let's just keep healing for attacking for now. Could you not be behind me? Thanks. Go away. I hate you. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Chance to fire a missile when I hit with an attack. Missiles do pretty good damage. Where's the other enemy? Oh, there were two right there. Okay. I think I bought everything, so let's get out of here. This time in much better timing. Gotta appreciate that. Alright, Sunken Tombs. Much better. Much better. Massive Leech is really helping me. Like, if you haven't noticed, that was a huge time to use it. At the end there, I was definitely taking damage, and it's exactly what I need to not die. I need more Rusty Blades, though. That's the item for me right now. I love when the teleporter is this simple. It's just beautiful. This is the layout with Ifrit. Alright. Can you guys teleport up here? I'd really appreciate that. Alright. If you really don't want to, that's cool too. Because, I mean, I'd hate to inconvenience you too much. So Ifrit is worth a bunch of money. That's really the reason to kill him. %. Oh dear. Alright, let's get healing. Terrifying. Alright, we lived for now. Ukulele, first time this run, so that's beautiful. I need to be prepared to get out of here this time. Oh dear. That item actually disappears eventually, which means I'd like to pick it up because it's actually a fantastic item for this character. Didn't realize how short the Massive Leech's cooldown was. I'm gonna need it as soon as I can. Alright, this is very useful. As you can see, it is once again saving my life. Yeah, it's only 35 seconds or so. That's really good. That is really, really useful. Got a good deal of money now. Plasma Chain, chance to tether an enemy. So, every so often, one enemy that I hit will get a plasma chain tethered to it. And that enemy and every enemy between it and me will take damage over time. Crudely drawn buddy, not too excited for that. So that's another great thing for crowds that, again, I'll be dealing with a lot of. That's very nice. And I won't have a ton of money for spending on all of the loot on this level this time. We've cleared it really fast. So I need to, oh dear. Alright. So we need to, basically pick and choose what we do and don't buy. Alright. Excellent. So I could leave, but I've got a lot of money and we've only seen a very small subsection of the map. Let's check out the rest. We're also really far ahead of my timing schedule if I left right then, there, you know. So let's do it. Nice. Already off to a good start. Brilliant Behemoth. That's incredibly good with this character. All of my attacks explode like it says, dealing 20% extra damage and adding area of effect. Now, with crowds, it should explode on each enemy it hits, meaning that I essentially have 20% extra damage on a ton of enemies, all in close proximity, for area of effect. This should be amazing, if I'm not mistaken. And there's Infusion. Every time I kill an enemy, I gain 1 maximum health. I'll buy you twice. 297. One more. That's all you got. So I gain health for killing enemies, which means I should be in a pretty survivable position, thanks to the Massive Leech especially. Wow, barely made that jump. This is great. This is just, I'm happy. And that is why you explore this level. This level is it's a great level. Because it's not too big, but it has a ton of loot. So I could have played the shrine one more time, but that's alright. Sometimes you just gotta not. Now that item would be really good for crowds as well, but since I've been in this situation where I've been nearly dead a lot of times, I don't see that that's worth it, personally. Hive cluster. Oh yeah, easy peasy. For the money it's worth, like for the money it drops, it's very worthwhile. Sadly, this dude shocks me. Oh, you got knocked the wrong way, dude. I don't know if you knew that. Sadly, he shocks me, so I really just don't want anything to do with him. Kill you for the max health, probably, since no longer can parents climb stuff, which is just very nice. Nor can children. It was a really good nerf. I really appreciated that nerf. I don't appreciate how much damage these things are doing, though. Especially for how early in the game they are and for how much stuff I have. No, please, that hit me. I'm sad. I'm really sad. I like how he's still tethered. That's interesting. It disappeared now. That's a stupid death. And it was my fault, of course. It was just stupid. It was a stupid death that shouldn't have happened. I shouldn't have brought that upon myself. That was a fantastic run. Everything was going really well. That's going to be all for today, though. Apparently today was one of those Enforcer days where it's just a miss. I hope you enjoyed it, though. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.